Thank you for tuning in to Patricia Let's Talk, presented by Global Elite Media. Please press subscribe, like, and share. And share this audio with someone who you feel needs it or can use it. Today, I want to talk about, because this particular series that I'm doing is about you increasing your money. So I think the last video I did was on changing the frequency. You can't attract wealth unless you are vibrating at the frequency of wealth. You attract what you're vibrating at. Whatever frequency you're vibrating at, that's what you're going to attract in your life, because we are all energy. So I want to give you an affirmation to say during the day. I think this is my favorite affirmation because when I did this affirmation, I only did it at night. I didn't do it during the day. And about a month later, like about 30 days later, my life was filled with so much financial abundance. Every Sunday I was going shopping and getting a designer purse every Sunday. I was going on vacation once a year, and where I was working at, they were paying for 2 weeks vacation. I had a personal shoppers at Saks Fifth Avenue because I was going there so much. Because that's where I was going every Sunday to get a designer purse. Salespeople from Saks were calling me when things, like if they would have an item on sale or something like that. So basically, I became a very high-paying client for them. And the salespeople really looked out for me by calling me if an item went on sale. So, I had never had a personal shopper when I go into a department store to have your own personal shopper, you see? So basically, money was really flowing to me in abundance. I had gotten a job that was paying me a lot of money. I had my refrigerator was full with food, and I had a freezer that was full with food. So in other words, it wasn't just my finances that were changing or growing or turning into abundance. It was every area of my life I noticed. My clothes, my shoes, the food in my home, my bank account, everything in my world began to change, and everything was abundance in my world. So now this affirmation I'm going to give you this is what it did to me. Now, again, I did this particular affirmation only at night. So I'm going to tell you now, because you can do it however you want to do it. You could either do this affirmation in the daytime and at night, or you could do the affirmation in the daytime or at night. So I'm going to give you both ways to do it. All right. So if you do the affirmation is, there is an abundance of spiritual substance. So now substance is energy. So what you're saying when you say there is an abundance of spiritual substance, you're bringing an abundance of spiritual substance into your world. So you're saying everything in my world will be abundance of spiritual substance. And that's the way it manifested in mine, where I just told you about, okay? So now, if you're going to do it in the day, I'm going to give you, okay, so you could do it a couple of ways during the day. Number one, during the day, you could just think this all day long. Say it in your mind. Whenever you're able to say it out loud, say it out loud. Just repeat, there is an abundance of spiritual substance. Now, you don't have to say it out loud, all the time, because you're at work and you might not be able to just repeat, going around repeating this. People might think you're talking to yourself. So you can also silently say it. There is an abundance of spiritual substance. And you just repeat saying it in your mind. If you feel like, no, I want to say it out loud, maybe you have your own office. But it really doesn't matter if you say it silently or say it, out loud. It really doesn't matter. But you're just going to say it all day long, every time you think about it. There is an abundance of spiritual substance. There is an abundance of spiritual substance. There is an abundance of spiritual substance. And you just keep saying that, okay? So that's one way to do it in the daytime. Another way you could do it in the daytime, I haven't tried this way that I'm giving you now, because when I have did it in the day, I do it all the time, all day long. But this is another thing that you could do. You could do it during the day this way too. 3 times a day, you're going to go into the silence of yourself. You're going to focus your attention on your heart, in your chest, and just focus it inside of you. You're going to sit quietly for 5 minutes and just repeat for 5 minutes. There is an abundance of spiritual substance. There is an abundance of spiritual substance. And you're going to do that 3 times a day for 5 minutes. There is an abundance of spiritual substance. There is an abundance of spiritual substance. So either of those ways you could do. Again, the first one I've done where I just say it all day long. The second one where you sit for 5 minutes, I've never did this particular one. I've did other ones, but not this particular one. So you can do it that way, okay? Or you could choose to just do it at night. Now, if you do it at night, when you get ready, go to bed, as you're laying in bed, you're going to repeat this as you fall off to sleep. There is an abundance of spiritual substance. There is an abundance of spiritual substance. And you say it as you fall off to sleep. Now, the way I'm saying it, as you see, because I always say it like a little song, there is an abundance of spiritual substance. Obviously, you can say it any way you want to. I just make these little affirmations where they're a little bit fun for me, okay? So that's it for that one. That's that particular one. Now I'm going to give you another way to do it. So that's number one. You could choose that way, or this is another way. In the daytime, you could choose to say there is an abundance of spiritual substance. So you would do it either of the ways that I showed you. Either continuously, there is an abundance of spiritual substance all during the day, or 3 times a day for 5 minutes, there is an abundance of spiritual substance. Now, when you do that during the day, at nighttime, you're going to do something in the day and something in the night. At nighttime, this is what you're going to repeat. As you go to get ready for bed, you lay down, go to sleep, and repeat wealth, 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 wealth. Okay, so during the day, you're going to do there is an abundance of spiritual substance. And at night, you're going to do wealth. That's the other way you could do this, okay? Now, let me explain a little bit why you do it let me explain a little bit why you do it in the day and the night, or just choose the night. Well, let me tell you about the night. Your subconscious mind works 24 hours a day. It never sleeps. If you want something quick and fast in your life, you need to do it in the day and the night. When you do it in the day and the night, your subconscious mind is working on it. The moment you begin to do this, it begins to go to work for you to bring it in. Now, if it doesn't sleep during the night, you might as well have it working at night. Why not? You might as well have it working. So let's just say, for instance, and this is just approximately, if you were doing it in the daytime, let's say it would take 30 days to work. But if you add the night with it, you're cutting it could start working in half of that time. So 15 days. So when you work at night, it really works quicker. Susie Ullman, I think her name is the one who she was on Oprah's show when she gave out this affirmation about I will earn $10,000 a month. Now she said that all during the no, she said it a couple of times a day. A few times, I think 10 times or 20 times, something like that, a day. And she didn't receive that income for 1 year. It took her 1 year. Like, in other words, I can't remember exactly how she did it, but I know she set maybe 5 minutes a day repeating, I will earn $10,000 a month. And it took her 1 year to earn that. So when I heard her say this, I thought to myself, honey, that is too long. I already knew about the power of the subconscious mind, and it didn't sleep at night. So what I did is I thought, well, first of all, let me change the amount of time that she's doing it, because she's doing it 5 minutes a day, and it took her a whole year to get to that. I'm trying to get there within 90 days. So what I did is I said I will earn $10,000 a month during the day, all day. And then at night, I said it as I dozed off to sleep. So basically, my subconscious mind was working for me 24 hours a day to change my income to $10,000 a month. And my income began to change in the 30 days. In the first 30 days, I was earning $7,000 a month. By the 90 days, I was earning $10,000 a month. So you see how quickly mine worked in opposed to her. She had to wait a whole year before she made $10,000 a month. And I waited 90 days to make $10,000 a month. So you see the difference? So that's why I want to explain to you, when you add the night, you speed up things. When you say it all day, you speed up things. And you're manifesting things at a quicker pace. And that's what you want to do. Okay, so thank you for tuning in to Patricia Let's Talk, brought to you by Global Elite Media. Have a good week. Bye-bye.